Why did Taehyung suddenly speak out publicly? And is it true that Jungkook secretly flew to the United States without the public's and his agency's knowledge? Then what is the relationship between the two in this puzzling scenario that is now gaining global attention? The long-standing silence surrounding the relationships between BTS members, especially between Taehyung and Jungkook, was finally shaken after a shocking statement was issued by Taehyung during a limited session with internal military media. In a brief yet meaningful statement, Taehyung revealed that he was aware of a private trip made by Jungkook to the United States, a piece of information that had never been officially released by HYBE or BTS management. The question is, why would a BTS member undertake an intercontinental flight in secret amidst a transitional period of military service and public silence from the members? This fact was revealed not through a public press conference, but during an internal conversation that was accidentally leaked to the media. In a short audio clip circulated among South Korean entertainment journalists, a voice strongly believed to be Taehyung's is heard saying, "I think he needed time for himself, and yes, he flew there alone without management, just a small team he really trusts." That statement quickly became the subject of discussion across all social media platforms and international fan communities, sparking wide speculation about the motivation behind Jungkook's actions. This secret flight to America raises more questions than answers. An anonymous source allegedly from within HYBE confirmed that the agency had not arranged any official agenda regarding Jungkook's departure. There were no scheduled music collaborations, commercial contracts, or business meetings recorded. This means the trip was allegedly made outside the formal communication line between artist and agency, a move that is extremely rare, if not unprecedented, for BTS members. Furthermore, Taehyung's statement that he knew early on about the trip but chose not to talk about it until the time was right made the speculation even more intense. Was there a silent agreement between the two? Does this indicate tension with the agency, or perhaps psychological pressure experienced by Jungkook after years under public scrutiny? The fact that Taehyung voluntarily brought up this topic just as fans began moving on from BTS-related issues during military service seems to signal that something bigger is unfolding behind the scenes. Sources from aviation circles in Korea and America confirmed that a passenger with the initials JK used a private jet on a suspicious date, just a few days after a closed meeting between HYBE management and military media representatives about BTS's post-military agenda. The passenger was reported to have landed at Los Angeles International Airport without official escort from HYBE management. No media activity was documented, no social media posts appeared, and no reports came from HYBE staff, who typically accompany artists during international travel. This trip occurred at a time when the public was hoping for the full return of BTS post-military service, accompanied by a united message and coordination from all members. Yet Jungkook's actions suggested otherwise, a highly strategic, private decision made outside the management scheme. This raises a major question. What is Jungkook really preparing in America? Is there a secret collaboration project? Or more worryingly, is this an expression of dissatisfaction with BTS's career direction as shaped by HYBE? Many fans also highlighted the timing of the trip, which coincided with growing internal rumors about tensions between some members and the agency. Though HYBE has not issued an official statement, some entertainment analysts said that HYBE's silence only strengthens suspicions that something is indeed being hidden. Some even link this to possible contract negotiations or a large-scale solo initiative being deliberately kept under wraps. This development isn't merely about an artist traveling abroad. It's about transparency, loyalty, and the future direction of the most influential group in the history of the Korean music industry. If Jungkook did indeed choose to make an independent decision without the full involvement of the agency, then this could mark a paradigm shift in artist management relations within K-pop. And the fact that Taehyung, known as a calm and diplomatic figure, chose to raise this issue publicly, even in a limited context, signals the urgency of redefining each BTS member's position amid a rapidly changing industry. Several international fan communities began connecting this event with Jungkook's appearances in several locations in Los Angeles recently. Although there was no confirmed visual evidence or official post, several paparazzi sources claim to have seen someone who looked very much like Jungkook in the area of a renowned music studio in West Hollywood. If true, this could be a crucial clue that the trip had artistic or collaborative purposes, not merely personal. But the crucial question remains: why was there no transparency? Why was the flight carried out secretly? And why was it Taehyung, not the management or Jungkook himself, who revealed this? Some pop culture observers refer to this as a soft rebellion, or a subtle form of resistance against the traditionally tight management systems in K-pop. In BTS's context, where every step is usually carefully planned and communicated, Jungkook's actions seem like a deeply personal and courageous form of expression. Even more shocking, a day after Taehyung's statement surfaced, the official social media accounts of BTS and HYBE made no mention of the topic. There was no clarification, no denial, and no formal explanation. This silence only strengthens the suspicion that the management is conducting internal consolidation or waiting for the right moment to speak publicly. Meanwhile, Taehyung himself, in the next interview session, reaffirmed that he won't reveal everything just yet, but promised to provide further clarification when the time and situation are right. This statement seems to indicate that the information now revealed is just the tip of the iceberg, and that there are still many layers yet to be disclosed to the public. Media analysts began questioning the real motive behind Taehyung's statement. Is he trying to protect Jungkook from public pressure? Or is it the opposite, sending a signal to HYBE that the members no longer wish for their entire lives to be fully controlled by a management system? What's clear is that after a long silence, one statement from Taehyung has shaken the entire foundation of the public narrative that has been carefully constructed by the agency. Industry experts call this a turning point moment in K-pop artist management. If Jungkook did indeed decide to take an independent step, whether for a music project, international brand contract, or other personal matters, then this could set a crucial precedent for other artists under the management of large agencies like HYBE. This is no longer just about BTS, but about how artists begin to demand greater autonomy in managing their careers and lives. In this context, Taehyung's move to disclose the fact was not merely an impulsive act or a desire to shock the public. There is a strong possibility that this is part of a larger strategy, both personally and professionally. Many are now waiting to see whether there will be a follow-up statement from Jungkook himself, or whether HYBE will finally speak officially. After the shocking news regarding Jungkook's alleged secret flight to the United States, which was reportedly first revealed by Taehyung, spread widely across social media, and was reported by numerous online platforms, a clarification is now urgently needed regarding the truth of a narrative that has confused the public and the global ARMY community. Based on fact-checking and confirmation from various credible sources, it can be asserted that this news lacks strong evidence and is most likely the result of a misinterpreted conclusion from incomplete information. First, as of this article's publication, there has been no official statement from HYBE labels, Big Hit Music, or any BTS official spokesperson confirming that Jungkook traveled to the United States recently or during his military service period. In the artist management system of K-pop, especially for a global star like BTS, any form of international travel is almost always conducted with tight documentation, escort, and administrative oversight. It's nearly impossible for an idol like Jungkook to travel internationally without the agency's knowledge or approval, especially during military service. Second, the statement attributed to Taehyung, allegedly the origin of this speculation, has no authentic proof that can be verified. The audio clip claimed to be Taehyung's voice was never released by mainstream media, wasn't recorded by official press sources, and received no validation from the South Korean military or journalists present at the internal session. Moreover, the short clip could very well have been voice manipulated or misinterpreted from a completely unrelated context. In today's fast-moving digital world, false narratives can spread rapidly with the support of increasingly sophisticated voice-altering technologies. Fourth, the parties referred to as anonymous sources inside HYBE cannot be verified for credibility. Many gossip portals use such techniques to bait clicks and attention, quoting fictional or unnamed sources that do not exist. The absence of names, positions, or clarity from these sources shows that the information used cannot be journalistically accounted for. Fifth, it must be understood that during military service, all BTS members, including Jungkook and Taehyung, are under full supervision and authority of the South Korean military institution. Their movements, especially overseas travel, are strictly regulated. It is impossible for an active soldier to travel abroad without military approval and official coordination. This would not only be a violation of military rules, but also a major scandal if it actually occurred. And to date, there is no evidence that such an event ever took place. This rapidly spreading speculation ultimately caused unnecessary uproar. Many fans felt confused, anxious, even disappointed after reading unclear and unsubstantiated news. This illustrates how easily public emotion can be manipulated by viral narratives lacking journalistic foundation. This situation is a crucial reminder for readers to remain critical and cautious when receiving information, especially when it concerns the private lives of public figures. Meanwhile, HYBE labels in its previous indirect statements has confirmed that all BTS members' activities during military service will be handled privately and professionally, without unnecessary media exposure. This indirectly refutes the wild speculations arising, including the secret flight issue. Even if there were global project plans or collaborations, HYBE always conveys information through official channels and trusted media, not through leaks or online rumors. It should also be noted that the relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung remains harmonious and professional to this day, with no indication of conflict or internal drama as often portrayed in speculative news. Both are known for respecting privacy, loyalty to their team, and high work ethics, making it highly implausible that they would be involved in anything secretive or conspiratorial against their own agency.